Hello friends, I am Mukesh Singh. Today we are going to learn about Azure Functions. Azure Function is a serverless solution that allows you to write less code, maintain less infrastructure, and save on cost. Instead of worrying about deploying and maintaining servers, the cloud infrastructure provides all the up-to-date resources needed to keep your application running. So what is serverless? When it comes to saying serverless, it doesn't mean there is no server. There is server, but you need not to worry about this server. So with serverless Azure Functions, we can have like we can build system to react on series of critical events. We can build web APIs responding to database changes. We can have IoT data stream. So in this tutorial, what we are going to do is we are going to create an Azure function, and then we'll deploy that function in Azure, and then we'll just see. Yeah. So without wasting time, let me open the Visual Studio. So here I am on the create a new project. So here I'll search for Azure function template, and here we have so a template to create an Azure function project. So I'll select it and click on next. I'll give it name. So I'll just give my name Mukesh Azure function and click on create. When we are going to create, it will ask for what type of trigger we want to have. So for now, what I'll do is I'll create HTTP trigger, and rest of the things I'll just keeping as is. Actually here it checks for storage emulator if we are creating any blob trigger or we are using any storage with the trigger, so for that purpose. So I'm just leaving it as is and click on create. So it is creating the project. So now as you can see here, our function is created, and if we come to Solution Explorer, so here we have one function. It is an you see here it's an HTTP trigger, so authorization level function. It responds for get and post, route, null. It will just responds to anything because here we haven't set any route. So it will have request object, HTTP request object, and it is the logger we have. So this logger is nothing but Microsoft extension .logging.logger. So it is the default logging which Microsoft provides. So let me do one thing. We can just go ahead and run this function and see what response we get. So now it is building the solution. So now as you can see here, our function is running on this port, localhost 7071 slash API function 1. So let me open the browser and just try to browse through this URL what for function 1. So I have my browser open, so let me open another tab and I'll just paste the URL from the console. And yeah, this HTTP triggered function executed successfully. Pass the name in query string or in request body for personalized response. So here to put query string, what I'll do is I'll just put question mark name equals Mukesh, and you can see now we get the personalized message. So now let's go ahead and deploy this function to Azure. So let me again open the Visual Studio. So now we are here in Visual Studio. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and go to Solution Explorer, right click on the project and click on Publish. So here what we'll do is we'll first create the publish profile. So publish your application in Microsoft Cloud, so Azure. So next, function app. So you can select any of the way. I'm selecting the default function app in Windows. So here is the subscription, the resource group, and here I'll create the function app. So here by default it gives some names. So what I'll do is I'll just keep all of them as same. So here it's the name of function which it had created, the subscription name, a resource group, and plan type. I'm just keeping as consumption, and location South Central US. It had lot of other location, even South India, so I'll just select South India and I'll click on just create. So what I'll do is it will just create all the resources. It will take some time. So here if you can see the function app is created and it had all the information. So now I'll click on finish. So now as you can see here the publishing profile is created. So now I'll just go ahead and hit the publish button. So now as you can see the message connecting to publish target. It will take a few minutes. Actually it is first time, that's why it is taking this much time, and once we like subsequent deploy, like by making some changes, the subsequent deploys are going to be much faster. As you can see here now it is deployed. So what I'll do is I'll just open the Azure portal and show you how it looks. Now when we log into our Azure portal, so here you can search for the resources what you want to see. And here, even here, we can see the recent resources. So here I have my function, so I'll just click on it. So it had the information about resource group, URL for that function, and here we have the functions. So if we click on this function 1, so here we have this get function URL. So what we'll do is we'll just copy this function and we'll paste on this here, and you can see here the output which we were getting it from. So thanks everyone, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel, and please leave some comment like how you felt, what are the improvements you need. Thank you, thanks again, bye.